Welcome back to Life in Taiwan. New video, DIY stores and gift giving. Pretty random, I know, but let's do it. Okay, so a huge fail there on my part. Some screw up with the sound, which means that now I'm sitting here editing the video and I need to fill in the information on actually what today's vlog is about. So I've come to the noisiest 7-Eleven in all of Taichung next to the road to give you the details. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, it's DIY stores and gift giving. So these DIY stores in Taiwan, they're sometimes called everything stores or hardware stores, but in my vocabulary, they're known as DIY stores. And they sell everything, and I mean everything, from stationery to slippers, looky cats to bamboo hats, from beer to bog seats. So there's just a sample of some of the things that we can buy. That's a motorbike with a beeping indicator. So these DIY stores, they feature heavily in other people's vlogs who give you a tour of the DIY store. But what I'm hoping to do is something just a little bit different. Now you see, as a foreigner in Taiwan, you become part of a community made up of friends from all over the world. And I'm no different, with friends coming from... I'm going to use one of these friends as an excuse for visiting the DIY store, buying some materials, and making a little bit of a cool gift. Now I don't actually have the gift to show you now because I've already given it to the guy. So here's a picture. Now I picked up this clock in England for about £2.50 a couple of months ago, and when I saw it I knew immediately who I wanted to give it to. There's an Aussie guy named Chris who's actually become a bit of an institution in Taichung, primarily because of his penchant for murder. Specifically the murder of animals in his butchery. He's actually given himself a nickname, the Butcher of Taotun. Not that anybody actually uses that, but he is locally known as the Butcher, Belling, or just plain old Chris. So, as he's opened up his own butchery, bar, deli, after hours, night spot, I thought it would be a fitting gift to modify this clock slightly, present it to him on a night out, and here's the challenge: see if he's going to give me a free beer in exchange for the gift. I don't think I've ever had a free beer out of him in 4 or 5 years. So that's it. That's a brief introduction as to what I'm doing. Go to the DIY store, buy some tools and materials to modify this clock, go to Chris, give him the clock, see if we can get a free beer. Simple. Shopping list done. Let's get to the DIY store. Okay, here we are at the DIY store. Time to go inside, see if we can complete our shopping list. First thing off the list, wire. Done. Next thing off the list, paintbrush. Done. Sandpaper, made in the UK. Done. Electrical tape. Done. Cute mechanical pencil. Done. Wood varnish. Done. Now I'm struggling to find a blowtorch, so it's time to get involved with some Chinese. make a request. Where do you keep your blowtorches? Wish me luck. 不好意思，你可以帮我找到打火机，很大的打火机。好，谢谢。很大的打火机，找到了。So that's it. The shopping list is complete. Just time to pick up a couple more things for myself. Then it's time to go home and get creating. Just kidding. Don't need any of these things. I just thought it'd be a funny joke. Joke's on me because I've got to put it all back. Clock cost me about $100, and the stuff I just bought to modify it cost me $600. But you're worth it, Chris. Well, that free beer is worth it. Time to go back to the house, get making. Right, here we are. I've actually come to use the school office. A little bit more space here. If I set fire to anything, not my problem. Okay, let's take a look, see, what have we got? Blowtorch, wood varnish, paintbrush, electrical tape, wire, sandpaper, made in the UK, pencil, clock, of course, and beer, just to get me through the next hour. So I've got all of this stuff, got the clock. Are you wondering what I'm planning to do? The clock is engraved on the wooden plaque with the word Australia. So what my plan to do is to shave this off, sand this off. I plan to brand a special message into there so this can take pride of place in Chris's bar. Let's get started. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, take out the sandpaper, get sanding the wood down. As you can see now, completely sanded down, bare wood, time for some branding. Let's have some fun with the blowtorch. What I want to do is use the wire and the electrical tape to make some kind of stylus or pen that we can heat up and use to burn onto the wood. There's the stylus, there's the blowtorch, and there's the wood. If I heat this up, I'm pretty sure it can get pretty hot, and then we'll burn into the wood the message. Okay, so it's glowing hot. I've got no idea how hot it has to be to burn wood, but let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm just actually adding a bit more detail. That's actually Chris's logo from his bar, Belling's bar, and you can see the Australian stars I'm about to do next to it. Done, finished. Belling's logo, message, and also I signed it out of pure arrogance. Time for varnish. Done, finished. Just need to let the varnish dry, put the clock back together. We'll go down, see if Chris is there, give him his gift, and get our free beer.
A few moments later.
Varnish is dry, let's put it back together. Battery inside, job done. Tick-tock, time to get down the pub. Got the clock, time to get a taxi. Let's go. Okay, so here we are, we're at Belling's bar. It looks a bit busy inside, so maybe we'll go in, have a drink, see if we can find out what condition Chris is in. Then we'll see if he can give me a free beer for this gift. Looks like Chris isn't here. I found Chris. Free beer. Celebrate good times, come on. Okay, so successful nights at Belling's. Walking down to get a taxi now. Yeah. Free beer. Perfect. Time to get a taxi home.